Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space.
I'm Mark, Spirit Whisperer. Hello, guys. Thank you, Terry, for inviting me on. Love it.
Thank you for coming on and thank you for getting all dressed up for us.
Oh, I put on my sparkly coat. That kind of lifts my spirits.
I love a sparkle.
I
I
have
have
black cats on, too.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, everybody's already coming in with questions. That's great. I love it, everybody.
Yep.
Gotcha, Brenda. And we're going to do questions today. We're going to talk a little bit first about energy and how it affects our animals.
Energy. How is everybody doing with the energies? Anybody feel like they're having a time with it? Or does it just feel like, oh, no, everything's fine? I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
having a bit of a time with this. I The way it's translating for me is just I'm tired. Like I just feel tired a lot. The whole sleep pattern thing's not quite normal. Like if I go to sleep before 3 o'clock in the morning, that's unusual. It's so I'm up late, then I'll go to and I'm not sleepy, but then I go to sleep, and then I can't get awake. Then it's really hard to wake up and get moving and get going. And all my animals don't help because they just all pile on top of me, and they all go, "Yeah, let's sleep for another 2 hours." I'm going, "Okay, let's do." So that's
Yeah.
the weirdest part is just energy.
Right. The
Tired.
energy is hard, man. Yeah. Brenda says it's beating her up. Um, Fitztastic, which is the best name I've ever heard. I love that. Is having a time with it.
Yeah. Like, and Willow's saying, tired and sick, but still more productive. Yeah, I continue to be
Yeah.
productive, but I just wish I had a little more. I feel like going through molasses or something. It's like I'm just moving slow or something like that.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? It feels like you're having a King Kong day
Yeah.
and you wake up and you weigh 3,000 pounds or 30,000 pounds. And um, yeah.
And I'll get a really big energy spurt, like about 5 in the afternoon as the day is ending. Then all of a sudden, I'm ready to do a lot. I'm going, well, you waited a long time to get ready.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
we were talking about the pets, and my pets have just been a lot more wanting to hang right around me, uh, be really close with me. I was saying if I sit down to watch television, all six of them are right around a circle with me. And they're always close to me and want to hang with me all the time. But it's stepped up a little, um, just my two cats that like to roam, they've been much more homebound all of a sudden and just sleep on the coffee table right with me, which I like to do craft work and stuff on the coffee table. So I took pictures last night because both of my cats had to lay on the coffee table right up next to each other, like they love each other. And then I'm like trying to work like this. Okay, I have this much inch of room because the cats have decided this is their bed today, right here on this. Yeah. So everybody's always wants to be close. One's in my lap, one's next to me, one's on my feet, one's on the table. So that's
Yeah.
a little different.
Yeah. I've got the same. It's like our cats are always, well, we have one cat and one dog. Tyler's out there right now. Y'all probably heard him.
Yes.
He's always talking.
Hi,
And
Tyler.
yeah, the kids are coming home from school right now. So he's saying hello to everybody, making sure they're going by safely. It's the guard dog. And but he's always underfoot. And then our cat's been really sweet lately, which he's always sweet, but um he's just really being, just throwing himself down in front of you when you're walking and throwing up his throat and laying there.
Yeah, lots more attention. Yeah, that's the way I'm with which isn't a bad thing. I love it, but I just
Yeah.
have noticed. Of course, I always have this one. She has to always be. We have to be touching skin to skin, me and Buttercup. So
Oh,
she's always right here with me, my little baby.
Oh my God, so cute,
As she sees me
Buttercup.
getting ready to do the internet, she comes to get in her spot every single time. And usually Alaska's behind me, but she's on the back porch because it's sunny today. It got up into the 60s today.
Yeah.
So she's
Oh,
on the porch.
I love that. Bright Shiny Ray says radical acceptance. LOL.
Yeah, cat rules.
Right?
Yeah, I'm constantly having to, because you know how they do, they like to pick different spots. And when I have 4 of them, they're always, now for the next 4 days, I will be sleeping here. In particular, if I get any kind of box or package, if I don't get thrown away instantly, that's their new thing,
Yeah.
because I had a little box on the coffee table, which is why they're on that. So I haven't been able to take that box off the coffee table now for 4 days because we love this box. Please don't move it. That goes
Yeah.
on all the time where I'm constantly minding what they tell me to do.
Hi, Sherry. Oh my goodness. Deb's here. Deb, honey, how are you? Purple Elephant
Yeah.
Deb. Hello, beautiful. I hope you're feeling okay.
I don't know what you mean by, I
Oh
hope
my
you're feeling
God.
okay. How about a web search for it?
I'm so sorry.
Uh,
This is AI. This is our future, you guys.
yeah. Deciding to speak right up, even without being spoken to.
I was not touching it. It's on off, do not disturb. And yeah, love the name Buttercup. Yeah, do your animals like do they tell you what they want to be named or do you just fill it out?
I usually think about it for a few days and then it comes up. And it was really funny. So I named Buttercup. And as far as I understand, she's my dog, Olio, who came back as Buttercup. And then I realized after I named her Buttercup that both of those names are like butter names. And I went, oh, that was kind of an unconscious that I used butter again in the dog's name because I thought it was reincarnation. And she acts just like the other dog. The other dog was a big shepherd mix when she was Olio, but Olio wanted to always be touching me at all times, just like this one does, and always wanted to be up in the chair with me. But it was a big shepherd, and there was never any room. Or like when we drove across country a few times, that dog, she'd want to be in my seat, even though we'd be in an RV with a ton of room. No, she had to be touching me at all times, and she'd be like this. Oh, I'm so comfortable, and always I couldn't. If ever I walked, she's right on my ankle. And I had people, so much people go, does the dog ever not touch you?
Oh.
So I think when she passed, she wanted to come back as a little dog so she could be right there in the lap. And so this one is always right there. She acts like Oleon otherwise too. She's a super smart little dog.
Yeah.
And she knows everything. She taught Alaska how to be a dog. So there's that.
Wow. Yeah. So our cat came back, who was a dog before, and the nicest dog in the world. And sorry, it's like Grand Central Station here, you guys. It's my neighbors. But they are like, okay, so the cat who used to be a dog, and this was a dog that would visit everybody in the neighborhood, was always gone. We had a 6-foot privacy fence, and he would get out there and he'd be gone. I mean, you turn your back, he's gone. You turn your back, you're eating a sandwich, you turn your back, it's gone.
God. Oh, no.
I know, but he was happy. He loved everybody and everybody loved him. One time they were doing one of those dog parades down the street, and it was a run. And all of a sudden I heard people yelling, "Whose dog is that? Whose dog is that?"
Oh,
It was our dog. He'd run away and got on the parade by himself. So anyway.
Well, mine, all of a sudden, my 2 dogs have figured out in the back corner, because I have a wooden fence and a chain link. So chain link around 2 sides, wooden around 2 sides.
Nice.
And it's the extra lot on my house. So it's just it's a big yard,
Yeah.
which they've been in all this time. I've been here now almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they figured out somehow to worry the chain link away from the fence and they can get out. So they kept sneakily doing it and then putting themselves back in before I'd get home and then acting like everything was fine and dandy. But luckily, my neighbor saw them and he came and told on them. Because when I came home, because they did it, and then I had it fixed to try to repair it, and then they just kept pushing it back apart. Because once they figured it out, it's like, now we must do it every time, now, because for 3 solid years, they never once got out of the yard. So that's the thing now that they're doing over and over and being a little bit irritating. So the day because I fixed it, I had somebody nail it and fix it and put a new piece of wood. So, good, that was fixed. And so I went shopping because I do have to sometimes go to the grocery. They're supposed to watch the house. And I came back and they were acting all nice and perfect. And I thought, you were such good dogs. You didn't try to tear the fence down. So I'm going to let you come out while I'm getting the groceries in. You can come out into past the fence. And they just stayed right beside me. Like they didn't go down the alley or anything. I'm going, you're being awfully good. I don't. And then a few minutes later, my neighbors came and told me they were out running around the street. And he put them back up. So they were acting all innocent, like, we hadn't done anything. Hold on a second. There's somebody at my door.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead. I'll say hi to everybody. Hello, Karen Conmoy. Nice to see you. Oh, God, I love that picture, Karen. That's adorable. So hi, Bora Bora. Hi, Willow. Hi, Bright Shiny Ray, Randy, Sonia, beautiful Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Deb H is here from Purple Elephant. So glad to see you. Let's see, I'm getting you started there. Joyful Journey. And Gina M, you got it. We might be pretty close to closing the questions, everybody.
That's a lot.
Sharon, I got that. I think your question is 3 parts, isn't it, Sharon? So, JR wants a cute dog with long ears. That would be nice. I would love that too. Moira wants a question. Gotcha, Moira. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, isn't there, with all the energy, and the animals sure do feel it.
Yeah.
Do you do anything special for them, like food or extra blankets or anything?
No, not really, because they all just hang with me all the time.
Yeah.
They all seem pretty happy. Now, Buttercup, she loves to get under the cover, so she always, because she sleeps she has to always be touching, and so she'll come over and she'll like pat the cover top with her foot, which means I'm supposed to lift it so she can go under there, and then she'll snuggle up and go to sleep. She's a cutie pot. No, because I spoil my dogs all the time, so it's like there's not much more I can do. I always make sure I have stuff. Always have treats for the dogs and cats because they do like their treats, and so I make sure I always have them here.
Yeah, that's great. I think about you when I'm feeding my animals, because you are always really good about giving them something special on top, like your kittens and their kibble and everything. Yeah. So I've been up in my game here.
Yeah, my dogs always get a little bit of people food mixed in their dinner. Just not a ton, but some all the time, like some chicken, or they like rice, actually. I put a little bit of rice sometimes, or cheese, something like that.
Yeah.
Along with their kibble and their actual food. But I usually sprinkle little stuff on top.
Yeah.
Because, if I was a dog, I'd want somebody to do that for me. And of course, they think that anything I eat has got to be the cat's meow, and dogs are pack animals. So they get their feelings hurt if they think the alpha's not sharing with them or something, So even a little bit, I've always done that where, like, after dinner with my partner and I, one dog would get one plate and one dog would get the other to lick.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe leave a bite on it or something,
Yeah, that's what I do.
That would just make their life.
Yeah.
And they were really good. They wouldn't bother you or beg or anything because they knew at the end they got that little lick. So they would just wait nicely, instead of begging for food. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler just sits and stares at you so gently, like,
Wondering if maybe you might get a little something.
Yeah. And he always gets a little something. He always gets to clean the plate.
I know. It's when I'm in there. And they love that so much.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought about seaweed. Seascape, do you give seaweed to your cat? I never thought about that. We've got seaweed in there. I always
Oh,
give him salmon skin. I get that salmon skin at the Trader Joe's, little bag of it,
yeah.
and
Well,
give
two, my
that to
cats
them
don't
all
like
the
to go
time.
out, so a lot of times I'll go out and pick handful of grass and bring it into them because they really like that.
Oh.
They like to eat the grass, and it's good for their bellies and everything.
Sherry says our dorky sits and whines with every bite I take. Aw.
Are you sure that bite wasn't for me, Mom?
Right? Well, I'd say questions are probably closed, everybody.
I like
So
Ellen's comment too. If it goes in your mouth, it must be fabulous. Yeah, that's the way my dogs are. I'll
yeah.
say like dogs hate this, and they don't believe me unless they get the taste and see. But no,
Mm-mm.
dogs don't like that. And I go, I don't know, Dad.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
awful good, and you're chewing it. So
Yeah. Me too.
they would give their
Um,
kingdom for ice cream. Oh boy.
yeah. Melody, dear, Melody's asking him, she had a heart-wrenching thing happen with two
Oh,
family members being murdered.
oh no.
If you can email me at terryholdingyourspace@gmail.com, I'll try to look at it, but we probably won't look at that here. Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see the question. I missed it. But I'm up for whatever you feel like doing. And always,
Um,
if spirit doesn't want to do it, they'll just tell me because really it's up to spirit what I get or what I don't get.
I was feeling a little uncomfortable when it came in, but if you're up for doing it, because otherwise I'll do it.
Was this recent, Melody?
Yeah, Melody.
Yeah, well, she says I'm still in shock, so it must have been fairly recent. Oh no, gun violence.
Yeah,
Oh Lord,
yeah,
so horrible.
yeah.
Well, because that's the other thing, like the new, energetic, yeah, that, but also just the world energy is nonstop as well. Like day after day, what's next? What's happening today now? And then tomorrow. And, it's
Oh,
as unpredictable as the weather, kind of. Oh, January 2nd.
oh, I'm sorry, honey. Um, let me find the question because
Yeah,
I think I started Melody, thinking that
I'm
I
so
would
sorry about
get
that.
back to you. Yeah, so sorry, honey. Okay. Hello, everyone. I have a serious question. What led up to the murder of two members of family, sister and daughter? Oh boy. Unsliced or unsolicited or
So, was that a mom and daughter? I mean, are you saying it was your sister and her daughter? I'm just curious. Were those two mom and daughter? Or were they like aunt or something? It feels like mom. Let me look.
yeah.
Like, was it random or? Oh, your sister and her daughter. Okay, that's what I was feeling like. Well, first of all, sweetie, I'm so sorry. I just can't even imagine. It's so hard when you lose a family member in any way, but
Yeah.
that goes beyond, I think.
And so fresh.
Do they have a suspect? Doesn't feel like it. That's so terrible. I don't like it. I kind of feel like whoever did this knew them, though. I don't think it was random.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, Melody says, yes, he is a soldier in jail.
The suspect? Okay.
Okay. And the saddest part is the in-laws refuse to acknowledge. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I felt. I didn't want to say that right off the top, the fiance or husband energy, because I felt like it was that might have been what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like it. The guy feels unstable, like not quite coherent a little bit.
Who's the fiance or husband?
Yeah, she put that down there.
Okay. No mention at the funeral. Okay.
And so he's in jail. So her question was, like what led up to it? Mental stuff. There's some kind of mental problems, like not being able to control. There's anger kind of stuff. But it feels like it was exasperated, or it had gotten worse than it was. Like he might have been predisposed, but it seemed like it came out worse. Like, I think if you'd known him before, it might not have seemed like something that he would be doing. Right. Although it always felt like he's been a little touchy, like he could kind of go off or something. But this just feels like an angry outburst almost.
Do you feel like they were trying to leave? I feel like they were trying to get away or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it crescended somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it was like it was sort of like a weird, it feels like a jealousy kind of thing, but I'm not sure it was founded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just almost making up stuff in his mind that wasn't necessarily based on like actual truth, and just kind of had like mental stuff going on, like a story that he put a lot of energy into that just sort of made up in a way.
The in-laws won't explain. Yeah. I'm feeling something with somebody's throat, Melody. Like they couldn't talk about it. Something
I
that
think he had problems though that maybe they were aware of, and is that why they're trying to be quiet about it? It's it was a surprise, but at the same time, not a complete surprise. There was like, it crossed our minds that something could get out of bounds or something like that.
Well, I don't think they could talk about it because they were so rigid about it, weren't they? I mean, he was rigid, and I think they were too. She says it escalated quickly. Yeah, I think that I think your sister and her daughter were trying to leave, is what it feels like. They might have been trying to talk about it because there's something with the throat.
It's just his way to stop them. It seems weird that he also did it with the daughter, but he was just in that moment, it just went like crazy or something. I feel like it might have been like overly done, over the top. I don't know, but that's what it feels like to me. Like,
Oh, friends
not,
said they were about to travel. Yeah. Yeah. They were getting ready to go somewhere. Um,
it's like he had a whole story invented in his mind, though, that had been going on for a while, I feel like. So I don't know what started that or whatever, but it does seem to be about jealousy at some level. And, that over controlling, horrible energy that nobody likes, but that really domineering energy that you do what I say. And if I say this is true, then it's true, even if it's not, that kind of very, very
yeah.
stifling, overwhelming, not, what is that when they're unreasonable? Like you can't really talk out because there's just no listening. There's just this, I have to yell and stuff, and I'm not going to take anything in you're saying. So it's almost like there's, I can't do any, there's no hope. Whatever I do is the wrong or the bad or the terrible thing.
Yeah. This is the card that flew out. It's surrender. So I think he wanted them to surrender. And it was like a thing that, like you're, have somebody from that you're at war with, and it's like surrender now, and he just lost it. And I think that it's so sad because then I get that pregnant belly.
Oh no.
And acceptance. Oh, they have a 1-year-old.
Well, I guess that was the baby.
Yeah.
That they killed the baby.
Oh, maybe that was the baby. Oh, bless them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing your sister though. She's beautiful. And she's okay, honey. She is still mentioning about her throat though. And something with her forehead too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just feel like what led to it was some kind of idea of, it was about possession and jealousy is what it feels like to me. I don't know if anybody's going to say anything, because it would be very frustrating if they knew who did it and then you can't get any kind of resolution about why, what happened. That'd be very, very, frustrating. But I can hear your sister saying that in the moment, there wasn't anything she could do. It seemed like everything she would try it just made things not better, but worse. And also I feel like she was trying to stand up for herself in this instance, which didn't go well, but it was like trying to stand up for herself and the baby and, speak her mind, she says, but, wasn't much to do about it. It just happened. It was like, oh my God, and it went into that and it was over, like that kind of thing. I think she was afraid of him anyway, but not quite thinking it would go like that. That still, because it feels like they had arguments and things quite a bit, I feel like, but not really thinking it would go to that level. I feel like, you said he's a soldier, but I feel like something about that time as a soldier didn't really help him much. It tended to amplify that energy more than it was. It made him worse. In the
Yeah.
beginning, I was saying it felt like he wasn't so bad at one time, but then he got worse. And I feel like maybe the time in the army just amplified a lot of that, because on some level I kind of feel like her saying, I didn't expect it to go to this kind of, your sister. So yeah, domestic violence is what it is.
Yeah.
But she was a little surprised that it went to that level. At the same time, she was aware that he was not completely stable. Like, she knew he was a little, what is that? He could go
Unstable.
off, yeah, volatile a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
She did know that about him, but she was trying to make it better and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. She was trying to put her finger in it all the time and fix things as they, when you're up against this wall and there's one leak and then there's all these leaks, and that was her trying to take care of everything. Yeah, PTSD. I feel like something happened when he was in the military, and it wasn't just like, I don't know if he was in a war or not or saw any action, but I feel like for some reason the hierarchy there was just horrible for him. Somebody telling him what to do, and something may have happened there while he was there. So
that also gave him that, all of a sudden, that option of taking someone's life
yeah,
seemed to become an option, whereas maybe not so much before that. I don't know, something about the army like soured him or something,
yeah, yeah,
but it's hard to know because he's not here, and I always feel weird
yeah,
talking about somebody who's not here. But he don't even really care. Like his I gotta go back to the door. Hold on.
okay. It feels like your sister, though, Melody, is coming in, and I mean, she's beautiful energy, just gorgeous, and she portrays herself with all this dignity and love, and she's okay. She went home, is what she's telling me. So she is in her light. The baby's in their light. They are fine. They are on the right side of everything. So know that, and you can come back sometime and we can do a reading on her too, Melody. But yeah, our hearts are with you, dear. So I do feel like it was something that happened when he was in the army, and there was some sort of abuse there too. I feel like it was, and it may have happened at a very early age. Somebody in the family too, and there was some abuse there. But something carried on. So yeah. Anyway, so we're so
Sorry, guys.
sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. So sending you so much love, Melody, and your family, dear. Okay, let me move this on up. Here we go. Brenda, my male cat Mika is Mia, white and black tail. Is he going to come back? Oh, missing in action.
Okay.
See. Sorry, Brenda.
White with a black tail. Is he coming? Mika is missing in action. How long has he been gone? Imagine, Brenda. Mika.
Mm-hmm.
White cat with a black tail. How cute. Where are you, Mika? Can you come talk to me? Oh, only since yesterday afternoon. Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
Because my first thought is he's still out there walking around, like, exploring or something. Can you come back home, please, little mister? What you doing? I feel like he got a little distracted. Go ahead, whatever you pick up, Terry. I'm just going to ask Pan to go look at him and encourage him to come back home. Go ahead.
Okay. It feels like, yeah, he kind of got a little lost, like he was working on something. And it could have been that he was hiding under somebody's porch or something, or somebody's stack. And got distracted, but he got a little lost too. And he might have gotten into some construction area or something. And because I'm seeing that dirt, a fertile foundation. So somewhere in there. But I think he's looking for home.
Yeah.
So he's out there looking. I don't know if you've gone outside with, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've looked all over, but I always take we've got a metal pan and I put the kibble in it and I walk around
Shaking
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Shaking it loud.
I feel like he was out exploring. He got into a little bit of trouble, and he had to hide out or seek protection. So, it could be that he saw a dog he didn't like and he had to go hide under a house or something. So I feel like he had to hide a little bit. But he's not too far from home, I don't think. He's got to build up his courage. I feel like that was a little scary, close call or something. And so, yeah, he wants to come back home. So let's come on back. This is a good time to go back here in the daylight, little buddy. And Pan will kind of walk you back home to your mom.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to come back home. Yeah. I don't know. It's good because, a lot of times I'll read on lost pets and stuff, but this one feels like he's going to come back.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's a little muddy where he is?
It might be like under a house or something.
Yeah, like it's a little bit of water there or something.
It could be.
Yeah, Randy sees him too under a porch with lattice.
Yeah. And could just be, like mud and wet.
Yeah.
But I do see, feels like he's like, kind of hiding, waiting for his way to get home. Kind of got himself into a little bit of, mischief.
Yeah.
But it was a learning. It was also a learning experience for him. Got to be a little bit more careful, Mr. Pants. Yeah, but I think he's going to come back. You might see him today, actually.
Yeah, let us know, Brenda, how that works out.
I'll be right back. I know you said I wanted him already back, but I can kind of feel him like hiding, but getting his courage up to get back home.
Yeah.
And he's sort of like, oh no, that was not as much fun as I thought that was going to be.
Yeah, no, he probably won't be wanting to get out there for a while. Yeah. You got the food hit too, Cheryl? Yeah, using food to attract him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that, or else we'll go out with one of the cat toys with the bell on it and ring it.
You know,
We look real good in the neighborhood.
calling the name or shake, mine love the sound of the cat food can opening.
Yeah.
Or they love temptation. So if I rattle the temptations, those kinds of noises. And that also will give him courage because he knows you're kind of there. And so he's kind of coming to you rather than, oh no, scary. And I've got myself into trouble and I got to get the courage. He's trying to get courage up. But you know how cats are. They have to think about things for a while before they take action. I got this new sign today that said, just a minute, I got to overthink this for a bit. And it's this cat just sitting like at the door. Just a minute, I need to overthink this for a bit. That's because mine always do that. Like they want to come in, then I open up the door and then they like take a bath look all around. Suddenly they're not coming in. What did you want? Well, I need a couple moments to consider the.
Right. Let
It's
me
so
just,
cat.
yeah. Yeah. On the chaise lounge. I
Right.
always feel like my cat just throws himself down and, I
And
have to
it's
be
it's
dramatic.
no trouble for you to just stand there and hold the door open, is it? Why would that be trouble? Get your butt in this house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, keep us informed, Brenda. Your pretty baby.
Yeah.
Mika.
Yeah. Please let me know if Mika comes home. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then Randy's asking, may I please have a healing for Millie, her dog with cancer?
Okay, Randy. Little Millie. There's Randy. Dog with cancer. Thank you.
Oh, your friend Jack owns Millie. Okay, Jackie. Yeah.
Is Millie a little bit older? I feel like what she wants is she just wants to be there with her person, with Jackie. She doesn't want this to make that any different. They've gone through everything together and she wants to go through this with her, so cooperation better together. So even something like cancer is better with her human friend and, mama, let's say that. But she's not feeling great. She needs to rest a little bit. So she's Millie's probably sleeping a little bit more than normal. So I feel like if I were going to say what's your biggest symptom, it would be that I feel tired, and rather than I'm in pain. I'm not really hearing, oh, it's just more I'm tired. Um, but that seems to be because of the disease. We're going to do some healing work while Terry's looking. So I'm just going to ask Ann to come in and do a little bit of energy work with her. Yeah.
I'm feeling like he's a little bloated around his stomach and perhaps his groin. If the dog if Millie has like a UTI or something, I don't know, but there's something there just kind of stuffed up or whatever, or backed up maybe a little bit. So here's the abundance card, but maybe some new food. I don't know that it would be raw food, but I don't know if those are apples. I don't know if dogs can eat apples, but something good for his tummy or her tummy rather. Looks like something happens in the spring. So let me pull on that again and see. Tenacity. So it looks like Millie's in it to win it. I mean, she's holding on. Oh, maybe pumpkin or sweet potato. Yeah, I think pumpkin. Pumpkin would be really good. There's some sort of a vegetable or a fruit that would feel really good on his tummy.
And Millie's looking at this situation, and I feel like she's saying, I don't really want a long suffering thing going on. That's what she's saying. And I would, if it turns out that I'm not able to function in a good way with this, I'd rather go quickly than drag it out and have like a suffering, slow kind of a thing. So by that, so just have that in your mind that she would rather just kind of go and instead of a long drawn out kind of a thing. in her opinion, she'd rather go ahead and cash out her chips and come back again in a more supportive body, So know that. So I say that too, like, in case, the cancer progresses and let's just say all of a sudden she just goes in her sleep. Realize that's her choice. She didn't really want to drag this out because she doesn't think either of you need that as like a lesson or no, I don't think that. So we'll see. But she just wants you to love her and be with her, during this part of her journey. She feels a little older anyway, like older. So I don't really get like a youngster with cancer. It seems more elderly a little bit. She's kind of taking it in stride, though. I don't know. The animals seem to do that. It's just that comes more easily to them. I feel like I always notice that. As many as I've had, over all these, I'm 100, so over all these years, I've had a lot of pets. And they've always passed with me holding them, but they just seem to be more, and even the zoo animals too, just more straightforward about it. They don't have all that emotional stuff about it.
Yeah.
Not that that's bad, but I just mean it's a different kind of, they face it differently, it seems like. But you want to give me one more card, just in case I didn't make it clear already. What she wants during this is to be with her person. Again, she's saying companionship through thick and thin. So, you want your loved one with you whatever you're going through. And that's what she says. But I already feel like that's happening anyway. But so she's not needy she's not really telling me that she's in horrible pain. I don't know if you're getting that. There might be some upset belly, because I did, when Pan came, he did work on her belly before you said belly. So it was like simultaneously getting through. So there could be a little bit upset there. But I'm not getting that she's just, struggling in unbearable pain or anything.
Yeah. It feels like she's got a soft, furry, or fuzzy bed or blankie that she likes, and a cozy spot.
Yeah,
So.
Right when you were saying that, there's a little doggy snuggled up in a soft, cozy blankie.
Yeah,
I like it. So, but I just had to pull it because it's like what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just wants to be loved and cared for like you would want if you weren't feeling well and you had a loved one with you, just for them to love you. And, she's pretty straightforward and kind of matter of fact about it. I'm not sure this is the first time these two have been together. This dog and your friend, like you said, her name was Jackie. They may have known each other before. Is what I'm feeling. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Well, good luck, Randy and Jackie. So I hope it works out and she's okay. Let's see. Sharon Robinson would love to know who spoke to her telepathically. Oh, and then she follows that up with, grateful to be here in the telepathic question. Who spoke to me lately and said, hello, how are you?
Let me see if I can pick up anything on that. Well, I don't think it was another human. I mean, I don't think it was another person sending you telepathic greetings.
Yeah.
Which that can happen, but I don't think that was this. This seems more like an energy that's kind of out there, has a different form than we are used to.
Yeah, foreign. Has an accent.
They're just trying to see if you can hear it. It's almost like a test or something.
Yeah. It's like they sent out a test. It's a coded thing that
Yeah.
comes down and seeing who would get it. Because it starts out pretty narrow and then it gets bigger as it comes down. And you answered. You heard it.
And they were hoping you would, and it was like a little test to see if you would hear it. They're going to continue with it. I get now. Don't be. I know this is going to sound weird,
We like weird.
and it doesn't come up that often. But when it does, it's always like, okay, well. But this feels almost like, you know, space brother energy or intergalactic or
Yeah.
not
Star.
really on this world. But I get like a spacey energy, like, because at first I thought it would probably be a spirit guide or something, but it doesn't feel like that as much to me. It's still a guiding energy, but it's like that cosmosy thing.
Yeah.
Space.
It's like galactic or something. And
Yeah.
it's um they're testing and it's like test and you pass the test. But also that it's not the first time they've been in your life. So
I was just
probably
gonna
when you
say
were a
that.
kid.
I was just going to say that very thing, Terry. I think we were telepathically communicating, because I mean, literally, that sentence was in my brain. Anyway, go ahead.
That's okay. Yeah, when you were a kid, this happened and you were right on it. So it'll feel real comfortable. It won't be anything weird. It's like something like Homeward Bound is that song I'm hearing. Homeward bound, I wish I was. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got right when Terry said that. I go, well, we contacted you when you were little. Someone's so funny when she said that. But that's when we're in that zone, and so we just pick up. We just are hearing it at the same time, or since whatever it is we do. But that's why I enjoy reading with other people. But I feel like, I don't know, in a way that you thought something weird happened. I don't know. It might be some experience that you've always thought about or something, but they feel like they've been connected with you since you were little, because it seems like you were little. And I think they're going to even communicate more. It feels like we're moving to a new intercommunication, telepathically talking to you. So I don't feel any like, it doesn't feel like a bad energy or negative energy.
Mhm.
But it does seem like one that you, for whatever reason, are familiar with, or not everybody would hear it. It feels like, and so they're kind of pick and choose who it is, and like it's sort of like you were picked on purpose because your ability to receive. But I think they're going to even do more as we move forward. I drew a couple of timing cards. I don't know why, just because it said to. It just says a surprise awaits you in June. Now, when I love this too, because it's just got like a space thing, like she's going, so I don't know if you're going to like see a spaceship or they're going to like communicate with you a little bit more. But I love that it comes along with this card. A love affair is approaching, worth the wait. So again, that's like, we want to interact with you more and form a bond, a relationship. This makes sense to me though, because I've been sensing and feeling, and Pan's been telling me that the relationship with extraterrestrials is going to get stronger and stronger. And they've been working with individuals, but they also want to make a group, the group appearance worldwide. But they're trying to help that by working with different individuals. So anyway, I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, Sharon, but it doesn't always come up. But usually when it does, it's because that the person has some kind of thing going on there. So I think that's who it was.
Yeah, she says, "I'm open, please tell them." Well, they already know that.
Yeah.
But also they're saying you can write it down, the message, or if there's a way that you receive, well, whether it's hearing like music or if it's writing or just knowing, that there's tools at your disposal. So
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of neat to me. Yeah, I think that's a great idea to write it down when you receive communications. They give me the feeling that they're like if I were to ask what they look like, they don't look that different than us. I don't think they are different than us, but if you were to compare them, they would be most compared to human in their look, although their bodies feel like light body, or it's not fleshy, but it looks like a body kind of. I don't know, maybe is it Pleiadian? I don't know, that word keeps coming. But they wanted to say we're not those that look like with the big eyes and stuff. These are the guys that look more like humans.
humanoid. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they might be Pleiadians. I don't know exactly because I don't know anything about all that.
She was asking if they were Lyrans too, and that could well be. Yeah. I
'Cause you
also
might
feel
know
like
better.
I've kind of had this feeling that something might happen with the internet or something, like with the solar flare in the next year.
I wouldn't.
And that those of us that are already telepathic and connected, that's how the connection is going to be carried on with communication. How do you feel about that? Is that just being weird?
No, because I keep thinking something about the internet might go on.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly sure what. I think they might tell you some fun things or something. I don't really know what. I remember once when dolphins talked to me telepathically, and it was just clear as day. It was like they were just, I could hear it so clearly, like talking. That was really the first where I had this big experience of, oh, this is telepathy. And they were just so clear with it. And so this reminds me kind of like that experience you had, I think. And I think almost communication is similar. A long time ago, I met this channel who channeled Pleiadians and dolphins simultaneously. And somehow there was some relationship between them.
Yeah.
So that's coming up in my mind for some reason. So maybe again, they're just trying to talk about that group, but it might be a different name because there's a lot of them. I don't really know one from the other. It's just not something I personally looked into, even though I think I had an experience when I was a kid too. But so I don't know.
Yeah. If they're light, are they angels? Well, they're in a different dimension. So they have light bodies.
If you saw them, you might think they were an angel just because they look like light, but they're saying they're not angels. They're beings, like another aspect of the creator, but it's a different dimension.
Yeah, different density too.
Right.
Like we're such a heavy 3D planet.
Oh, look, MLR says dolphins equals Pleiadian.
Oh, that makes so much sense, MLR.
I don't know. That gave me goosebumps all and down my back because, like I say, I don't know anything. So I love when you guys confirm like weird things that go through my brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
These dolphins, I'll never forget it. They were so clearly speaking to me. They told me they were going to see me, and then they did come to see me. But it was
So
very clear telepathy.
have you ever had that with like there was a gentleman a shop I used to work at in KC, and he would come by and see me. He could not speak, but he would look at me and I'd know what he wanted or what he what we were talking about. And then he'd come by and he'd bring me a flower every day or something or a little piece of candy.
Oh,
He was such a sweet man. And we'd talk for a bit and we'd nod our heads and it was so cool. I think about him still.
well, you had that experience when you think somebody's going to call you and they do, or like
Yeah.
they're just on your mind and then they call you. And those are forms of it, I think, but it's more of a little bit. But you can, if you start working with it in a more conscious way, you can probably make it even better.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, let's see what she says, MLR. I did Palladian light work with Amora Kwan
yeah.
30 years ago. There are light work exercises you can do etherically with dolphins.
Oh, cool.
Oh my God. I'm running down Amora Khan and I'm going to look her up. Thank you, MLR.
Yeah, how cool. Love it.
I love that too.
I know this guy I knew, I met ages ago. He channeled Dolph, but I loved him a lot. He was a really cool guy. He's since passed away, but
Oh,
he's the one that first helped me realize that space connection with the dolphins. So that's interesting. It all
wow.
comes back full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sharon, there's so many ways to practice telepathy. Yeah. It's just hearing and knowing. So, anyway, well, golly, we're already at time too.
Wow, that went so quick.
I know, right? That was crazy.
Time just goes into a number. Time
Yeah.
is weird these days. I know it gets weird as you get older, but it really, it's like, I don't know, I can't hardly keep up with it or something. It's very odd.
Yeah.
I never know what time it is, or like I'm lucky to know what day of the week, when are we? Where am I? It's a little weird.
I swear I was on
February already. How'd that happen? I don't know.
right. I was on Allie's channel the other day, and
Yeah.
all of us were there. I think it was 4:09 was the time,
Oh.
and we looked at each other, and we were at 4:09 for like 12 minutes or something. Come on, what is going on here, man? All four of us on the channel.
Like it never changed. I don't know. It's very weird. I just think something's going on here. It's more than just the natural thing. It just seems like time is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Time is going by way too fast.
I know.
Well, thank you so much, dear. It was such a joy to be with you.
Thank you, Moira, for subscribing to my channel. I love you for that very much. Moira Rose.
She's beautiful. She's got amazing energy.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to love her.
Yeah. I only know Moira from Schitt's Creek, of course. One of my
favorite. Yeah. Who I love. I love. Her wigs, everything. I love every movie she's in.
She is the funniest person ever. I watched her way back when they used to do that comedy show from Canada, not Kids in the Hall, the other one. Saturday, what was it called? Oh, shoot. John Candy was on it. And
oh my God.
The guy that played the father on Schitt's Creek, he was also on that show.
So funny.
I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, I've loved her for 1,000 years, and she's so funny. But her character on that show, the way she talks and stuff. Oh, yeah, SCTV. Thank you, Moira. That's the name.
I'm looking that up. SCTV. I'll look that up. Yeah.
It was a funny sketch show, kind of like, Saturday Night Live and stuff, but they were really funny. But, of course, she was always hysterically funny. But the way she talks on that show cracks me up. David.
I love it.
Alexis.
I
The
know, and it was like, oh, I'm so upset about that. I can't believe that happened. It was like there was no articulation in there. It was very articulate, but it was no,
it's not normal. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
little bebe, bebe. She says bebe instead of baby, bebe. Like everything's like odd and weird when you go, okay. What? And she acts like it's real fancy and stuff, but it's sort of she made it up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not like a real sentence.
Oh my God.
Oh, she's hysterical. And all those wigs. Love it.
Her wigs, getting out of there with her babies. Oh, unbelievable.
You should try to look it up and watch it. Like it takes a bit to get with the kind of humor that they're doing. It did me a couple episodes where I'm going, what is this show? But then the more you watch it, the more fun it is. It's just really, really fun.
Yeah.
And it has a really sweet heart to it too, as it goes along,
It does. It's really tender-hearted, and the kids really,
Yeah.
I mean, these rich kids, and they have not a clue, and then they get there, and they're in abject poverty, kind of. I mean, they got a place to
Of course,
live.
we say kids, they're like in their 30s, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like old, but they've never done anything for themselves.
Never done a thing for
They are all
themselves.
rich, and now they don't have a penny, and they live in this horrible. They live in a motel,
Oh my God, it's funny.
2 rooms. Oh, it's so funny. But I love
Yeah.
David and his whole thing, the whole story arc with him.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
All righty, dear. Well, have a great weekend, and you got anything coming up?
Well, this was my week. I did a lot of guesting. So I was on Sheila yesterday, you today. Tomorrow I'm doing Allie's show at 5:30 Eastern. We were going to do it last week, but she had COVID. So we pushed it over. And then on Saturday, I'm doing my regular show. But then before that, I'm going on with Sun Psychic Jean, another one of my favorite ladies.
I love Jean. Love her. Yeah,
So I had
she's
a lot of fun
amazing.
this week with a lot of beautiful ladies. And, sometimes that works out where it all happens on the same week.
Yeah, you were our gentleman caller this week,
for
Mark.
this week. And I love it every time. I always love reading some of you guys. It's so much fun to me.
Oh, we love having you. All righty, everybody. Well, have a great week. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys. Love you. Thanks for
Bye.
tuning in.